Good morning, everybody. Sorry for the delay. This is supposed to be the daily roundup. Um, However, I will say, based on the poll results from last week, 47% of the people only wanted to see a summary of the trades and the market value slash net assets. And of course, wanted them up front so they could see them at the beginning of the video. So then they could drop off or whatever if they didn't want to stick around. So I started working on these workbooks and trying to start moving some things around and possibly revamp some things or whatever. I know there's lots of suggestions and stuff out there, and by no means did I get through hardly anything. I was totally derailed, and I apologize. I will say before I get too far started, as I can see, I'm starting to slowly talk, which tends to happen at this night or early in the morning. I know some people will say that they listen to me on 2 times. I did try it out. I thought it was pretty cool. I guess my mind is too slow though. I can't listen to but 1.25 times. I did it for maxes and rods and myself, and I could do it and still understand most of what was being said. Every now and then I might have to go back depending on what we're talking about or what I'm doing at that moment. But that's a suggestion if you would like to do that. That's a setting on YouTube. Just a reminder, anything in here is just for entertainment purposes. I'm not a financial advisor, therefore it's not financial advice. And just a warning, I know most of you, if you're watching this, you've already seen all this stuff, you know what's going on, but these funds are risky, so please be careful when you're investing. Okay, so just to go over the trades first. I'm so sorry. This is a roll up of the trades. Of course, here we're going to have, this is what you would normally see at the end on this side, on this sheet, but I've moved it to the front. So we have our short call premium that we received in column B, and then C is all of the short calls, the net, the what we got for premium, what we received for the premium, and then what we paid out to close it. And then the synthetic amount of the trades, and then what does that say? Intraday. I don't know why it says intraday price. It's the intraday. It's the total trades. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just there when I first created this months ago. But anyway, so if you wanted to see the total trades, that's what you're going to look right there. So we have AMZ here. They received $4,261 in premium, and it was also the total of short calls. And then they paid out $40,800 for the synthetics, for a total of negative $36,500. Coney received premium in the amount of $171,500. Also the total of their short calls, and then paid out $103,000 for their synthetics, for a total of a little over $68,000. Phoebe received $4,140 for the short calls for their premium, and it was the total of the short calls. As synthetics are a little over $21,000 for a total trades of a little almost $26,000. GUI paid out $31,700 for their short call trades and brought in $60,000 for synthetics, for a total of $28,300 received. JPMO received premium of $2,370, which was the same as the total short call trades, and received $1,650 for synthetics, for a total of $4,000. Murney, total short call trades and premium was 8,000, well, almost 9,000. Synthetic, almost 37,000 for a total of almost 46,000. MSFO, short call trades and premium, $4,050. Synthetic, they paid out a little over 1,600 for a total of 2,400. Misty, they received premium of 291,000, but their short call totals were over 186,000. They received 486,000 for their synthetics, for a total of $673,000 received. NVIDIA, they received premium, and their total short calls was 85,000. Synthetic, 116,000 for a total of 201,000 received. And then PayPal or PayPay, almost 4,000 in short call premium and total short calls. And then synthetic, they paid out almost 11,000 for a total of negative almost $7,000. So that's all the trades. And then the rest of them did not have trades. So AIYY, AMD, Apple, Dizzo, Nefli, OARC, Squee, Tesla, Zomo. They did not have trades. And then, and it was said about the market value. So we had the net assets right here. And then you just also see the outstanding shares. The reason this wasn't being provided previously, because I was trying to get the data, these videos out as soon as I got the trades versus having to wait until 10 or so o'clock at night. But if you're wanting to see that market value / net assets from the holdings, then I have to wait until the evening to do these videos, because I will not have this data. Otherwise, it would be a day-old's data, and it would be possibly irrelevant at that time. So that's basically it for all of those that just wanted to see those two things. That would be done. For those that, I can't remember, I think we had, so 47% only wanted to see that, and then I think 27% wanted to see the regular daily summary as I currently do it. So let me look. Okay, so 47 and then 25%. So only 15% of people wanted to see trades and holdings. So by me doing this one video, I can at least satisfy 72% of the votes. Half of you drop off at the beginning, and the other half can stay if you want. All right. So this part hasn't been on my video previously, or not, since I've been doing the daily roundup, because again, I didn't have this data until the end of the day. But yeah, if you want to see this, you can take a screenshot or pause the video. But I'm going to keep moving. All right. And then if we go into the changes as far as where we closed at last Thursday versus where we closed today. Yeah, there's a lot of changes. Before I started, I got to where instead of reading every one, I was reading the ones that were within 10, more than 10-cent moves. It's just the majority of these. But AIYY was down 23 cents. AMD was up 31 cents. AMZ up 2. Apple down 14. Coney down 93 cents. Dizzo down 13. Phoebe up 27. GUI up 23. JPMO down 5. Murni down 7. MSFO up 14. Misty down 76. You would have thought that would have been a lot more, or at least I would have. Nefli up 27. NVIDIA up 12. OARC down 15. PayPay down 17. Squee down 65. Tesla only down 6 cents. Zomo up 9. YMAG up 8. and YieldMax down 7. And then Ulti ended up being down 22 cents. Biggest movers out of them were Coney and Squee with being down 3%. Then Misty and AIYY was down 2%. And then everybody else is -1 to 1% there. And then I don't know, with it being, I don't know if it's the hours or what, but I haven't been able to get all the IVs to load. These have actually loaded more than they were, but if we're just looking at, I guess I haven't deleted that column out of there yet. If we just look here at our closes, if we look at our biggest movers, comparing the underlying to underlying, Coney was the biggest loser, Coin was the biggest loser, down 5%. MSTR down 4, Square down 4, Block down 4, PayPal down 3. And as far as up, Google, believe it or not, was actually up 3% today, followed by AMD with up 2%. If we want to look at the comparison between the two funds, just a reminder, the highlighted blue, it means they did better. And then in the difference in percentage is just the difference in the change of the percentages. Obviously, these are round. So like AIYY says -2, so does AI, but then the difference is actually 1. It's just because those are rounded 2%, but when you actually subtract the 2 from each other, you get 1. So in this case, AIYY did better than AI. But if we look, we have a bunch of 0%. So now Coney and Coin, that's 2% change. So Coney was down 3%, while Coin was down 5%. And then, of course, because Google went up, Google did better Alphabet did better than GUI. So it was up 3%, while GUI was only up 1. And then we have MicroStrategy here. Misty was down 2, MicroStrategy was down 4. And then the other 2%er here was PayPay was down 1, but PayPal was down 3 there. So out of all of these, in case you're watching versus looking at the screen, the YieldMax ETFs that won, so to speak, today would have been AIYY, Aptly, Coney, Dizzo, Phoebe, JPMO, Murni, Misty, Nefli, Nvidia, OARC, PayPay, and Squee. The underlying that won was AMD, Amazon, Alphabet, Microsoft, Tesla, and Zomo. But a lot of those, I'm telling you, the differences between the two, several of those was 0%. So in fact, if you look over here, all of the blues, all the underlying that won, with the exception of Alphabet, there's say 0%. So it was a very small amount that they won. So we had 13 YieldMax ETFs that did better than the 6 underlying. And then, I didn't do it here, but I guess it'll be on the next one, on this right here. At the bottom, I was looking at something, and then I was like, well, crap. And then I was like, well, I don't know which one to do, so I left them both. But I was looking at what was on my my markets thing on my app, and so what I had on here, I gotta look now. Okay. Actually, I've got those written down wrong. Oh no, I swapped them out. Okay. Or did I? Now I don't even remember. Well, this says NDX. So that's just NDX. I wrote the other one wrong. That's what I did. Alright, well, there we go. So, I was trying to differentiate between them, and then I changed the wrong things in there. So I had the NASDAQ composite here, and I guess it's because that's what we used for the Defiance funds. So when I did the formulas and did that stuff for Defiance last year, that's just what I had, which obviously is different because when you just go look at the marketplace, you're seeing the NDX. So I just put here in comp and in 100 so we could differentiate the NASDAQ composite from the NASDAQ 100. And we probably don't even need both here, but I just keep adding to it. But anyway, you can just see the percentages there compared to, those up there. And then I guess I zoomed way out. Oh, that's because I changed tabs. But anyway, yeah, I don't know if y'all care which one or if either one's down there. But that was the end of the daily roundup, but then moving these things to the front for those that wanted to see. And again, if people are truly, really wanting to see the net assets, then I have to wait until the end of the day before I can get all of the holdings from the the YieldMax website in order to have this data. Otherwise, I either don't include it like I was doing before and just could do this once I got the trades, or I could show it, but then the data would be a day old for the net assets itself. But anyway, I will let y'all go so I can get on with the videos. Bye.